afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Upper St. Clair Panthers boys varsity soccer game. Bright, sunshiny Saturday afternoon. Upper St. Clair Panthers versus the Peters Township Indians. Both teams undefeated in conference, and they will be going for first place here in the first half of the season. Coming in with records of 8 0 and 1. The Panthers are 8 wins, no losses, 1 tie. And Peters Township comes in 6-0 and 2. Panthers coming off a 4-0 win against Trinity, and we'll set the starting lineup. In goal, Michael Ortenzo. In the back, we've got Stephen Mackey, and we've got Jonathan Walsh, and we've got Mike Worthy, and we've got Mark Mackey. So a different back lineup. Wes Burdett hurt, and in the midfield, we've got Matthew Hast, Garrett Genter, Don Pizzone, and on the outside, Sean Pulaski. So we've still got the speed guys in. And up front, Jimmy Belak, and we've got Jesse Poljak up front, who scored a goal against Trinity.
Excellent. Well, the Panthers are in their home whites, going right to left on your screen, and in the traveling reds, Peters Township Indians going from left to right. These are the Panthers controlling early. This is Pizzone touching in the middle, looking for Belak. Belak touches wide. He was checking back. This is Stephen Mackey, the junior co-captain. Looking long ball for Poljak on a run. Can't connect. Sort of a different lineup. Coach Asp, we had 2 wins this week at Chartiers Valley, 4-0, and at Trinity, 4-0. But this is a different unit with Wes Burdett out with concussion-related syndromes.
Yep. Again, definitely different on the back line. Seeing Walsh drop back into that position, this will be brand new. He's played forward, he's played mid, he's played now defensive back.
His versatility's been absolutely impressive. As Pizzone gets fouled in midfield, our first foul of the game. Quick restart. Mike Worthy's going to switch fields real quick to Stephen Mackey in the red boots over there. Mackey goes along the ground. He has Belak here. Jimmy with a nice tight turn. Oh, he's got him. He's got Pulaski running. Ooh, Pulaski, good little tackle in the box, cleared away, but this will be a deep throw. This is another area where the Panthers will miss Wes Burdett with the long throw, but Jimmy Belak has a very nice throw, as we've learned also.
Okay, Matthew Haas tracks up. Jimmy Belak will take the long throw.
Yeah, look for Haas as your target guy. He's a big, strong guy in the box.
Way over the top.
Boy, a miss clear by Peters. It's still in. Pulaski looking to touch middle. And
got away with a hand there.
Absolutely did. Off his own guy's kick, no less. But Mark Mackey will keep it in play. He will a little toe poke up forward. Pulaski wins that. Can't keep his footing, and Peters controls. Nice little turn there. Trying to play possession. Nice play by Poljak the other way. Here comes Belak.
Run straight through it.
He's got some room.
Still wins the ball.
Great stuff from Belak battling.
Foul. Nice chance for the Panthers here on the 15-yard line going in. Coach Dyer not real happy about that call, but Panthers will get the big chance early.
Jimmy did a great job in terms of staying with it. He's so big and strong that I like the fact that the officials let him play a little bit and didn't automatically give a foul because he's the biggest guy. You see that sometimes.
We're going to see how physical this game can get because I know Peters will play hard and we'll return the favor.
Now, this is always the matchup in terms of winning this section. It seems to be every year. Worthy up on it. Touches for Belak. Belak with a bit of a miss hit, sails it high and wide to the right, but that's a nice a good start for the Panthers in terms of a very dangerous set piece just in the first couple minutes of the game.
Key elements going to be playing in the Peters end of the field for the most part here. Again, Panthers come in with a strong defense, 3 goals against only for the year, and the Indians are coming off of a couple of big scoring games. So we've got scoring against defense. We'll see what ends win or not on this one.
Yeah, I mean, Peters is usually very good at taking advantage of opportunities and putting them away. Last year, Peters won both the games despite St. Clair really dominating both of them. And just they are very, very opportunistic when they get opportunities. They have some really talented strikers.
Poljak active up front, forces a defensive send-out by the Indians, and Panthers throw in. Mackey brings the ball in.
This is Garrett Genter. He's being pressured, tries to turn. I believe he drew... I thought he drew a throw. Apparently he did not. It was across the line already before it hit the Peters defender. The Indians will trigger it back in. Pizzone pokes it away. Good work. Poljak chips it middle, but cleared away.
Long with the win.
Yeah, that's one thing we do want to mention here.
Played back to Tenzo, has to chip the ball up.
There is at times a fairly strong wind right now, and it is, as Coach Haas mentioned, going from left to right on your screen right now, favoring the Indians right now. So that is something to watch in the first half.
We saw in the JV game, throws from the far corner were affected, going long, and then again these long kicks coming from left to right.
Nice little touch here. Peters is pressuring, can't really settle it. Good job from Poljak checking back in a little defensive posture, and he clears out wide.
Mackey with the arms, push the man down, and it'll be a free kick for the Indians. Mark Murphy taking the kick on the far side.
So in turnabout is fair play. Peters with a fairly deep set piece here, about the 25-yard line of the football field, wide side.
Everybody on the 18, ball over the top. Ortenzo comes up in traffic and brings the ball down.
A lot of numbers there, but weren't as aggressive as they could have been in terms of getting up and getting ahead on that ball, but no problem there. Ortenzo grasped it, and we are going up the wing here, and Steve Mackey's got a little room.
You try to get a feel for the way this game's being played by watching the JV, because the referee stayed for the second game, and they let it go physical against the goalkeeper, so we'll see if, again, that changes later.
Yeah, Panthers got to keep their poise in those situations. It's a difficult game to play. Nice job by Michael heading it away here. Peters controls. They're looking to counter. Genter pokes it. Plenty of time here. Nice little touch by Walsh, and Mark Mackey has some room up the left side. Looking to spring Pulaski, and he has him. Nice ball by Mark Mackey. Pulaski with speed up the left side. He gets by him. He can't quite keep it in, but I'll tell you what, that's a really nice ball and a good sign from the Panthers early. Mark Mackey with a curling ball, getting Sean Pulaski some room with that excellent speed up the left wing.
Yeah, Pulaski's stutter step, he just went straight past the defender coming across, Brett Lacey.
Yeah, he just ran out of room. It was really good stuff from Sean up the wing, and not too many teams are going to have somebody to counter his speed.
Ulrich, senior goalkeeper, sends it out. Matthew Haas heads forward. Pizzone tries to gather it in and finds Belak. Back to Stephen Mackey. Again, in that right side defender, he's a set play man, so having Mackey over there is a good choice by the coach. He'll take those long kicks and set the guys up forward. Matthew Haas comes through the double team hard.
Nice.
Panthers win it back.
Yeah, Pulaski checking back. Nice little 1-2.
Poljak shoulder to shoulder. Oh, gets called for the little hitch at the end.
Yeah, extended a bit. It was sort of irrelevant to the play, so you don't really like to see it called, but it probably was a foul and it would be a Peter free kick.
Would have been a deep throw for the Panthers.
Good job by Haas coming up with his head. It's going to be a push on
Wins the foul.
number 7 from the Peters. Got him in the back as Haas went to win that ball, which is one of the reasons he didn't get a clean head on it. And the Panthers will get a free kick around midfield here.
Worthy will be the setup man from the center of the field.
He's going to go long, and he...
Ball's floating.
Yeah, the wind took that a little bit. It looked like he had Belak, but good job by Don Pizzone checking back to win it back for the Panthers. Stephen Mackey going to try to send Poljak.
Ulrich comes off his line. Comes straight into Jesse. Poljak stands him up.
Ulrich was trying to get a call there,
Yeah,
and the bench told him to just keep playing.
Yeah, again, he was the one who made the charge.
Hast goes up and wins it with his head. Touched back. Ooh, nice little 1-2 from Hast and Pulaski. Couldn't quite get there. Hast wins it again, though. Matthew Hast finds Poljak. Can't quite trap it. Nice job by Walsh to run through it. Pizzone gets called for a little collision at about midfield, and Peters will get a free kick. They're going to go with a quick approach, but nice job by Don
Man,
Pizzone
did
checking
Pizzone
back.
sneak in there?
No substitute for quickness. Don Pizzone certainly has it. Mark Mackey touches middle to Hast. Little one-time to Belak. Peters tries to go a little quick 1-2 wide. Can't connect. Mark Mackey has it. I think you're going to see
Hard
that.
tackle. Yep.
Will be a Panther free kick. Worthy with a quick restart. Oh, unfortunately, he hit Pizzone. He had Jimmy. Good job checking back again by Garrett Genter, active as usual. Uh-oh, it's intercepted there, the Stephen Mackey attempt. Jonathan Walsh has it and turns and just gets it out of danger.
Peters drops it in at the 40-yard line. Looks inside. Coming down the hash marks, Matthew Haas shoulders him in. Foul called.
Well, the thing about that is he was right on the ball. What I'm sure they called is he sort of extended forward through the tackle, but if you're going in hard on the tackle and you get ball first, I don't really like that call as much, especially to give him a free kick in a very dangerous position of the field.
So from the 20-yard line on the football field, makes it about 30 yards out. C is going to take this kick. A lot of guys converging on the ball. Kick on the outside. Pizzone steps in, saves it.
Very nice job. The original kick was a miss hit, but the Panthers did a good job keeping their structure and deflecting it. Uh-oh. It's all off Worthy, and that is going to be our first corner kick of the game, and Peters Township is going to get it here to the near side of your screen.
Venanzi is a kicker.
This will be an interesting test. The Panthers have done a pretty good job in terms of their back four being stout, but it's a different
Partik is on the goalkeeper, which is a standard position for that.
Walsh did a really nice job there stepping up and getting his head on it.
Indians have taken control of the play here in the offensive zone for a little bit. Belak stands him up. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in by Peters Township. Set plays were the nemesis last year on these games. All the goals were scored off of set plays, so we got to, again, try to stay out of our back third.
Genter, nice job winning that. Here comes Jimmy. Jimmy's carrying, getting his shirt pulled pretty badly,
like
and they got it. They were waiting to see whether it was going to be an advantage. Touches middle. This is Pizzone. Tried to thread it through two guys, couldn't quite get it through. Peters controls, touches wide. Oh boy, just barely gets it to the middle. Touches through, will not get there, will be a Panther throw. Mark Mackey will step up to take it right now. Dom lets it go out of bounds. Mackey will try again around midfield.
Peters Township, one of the best teams here that kind of takes away the sidelines from you. They collapse with the ball and double and triple team it. So.
Yeah, and that's really been one of the strong attacking points of the Panther offense this year. One thing Peters always does is run. They really run. They play very, very aggressive. Uh-oh, little stop and go.
Mackey all over him. Help from the bench.
And Stephen Mackey, wow.
Oh,
somehow
and we get the call to boot. A lot of arms on both players.
That's not a very good call. There's not really any two ways about it. Mackey actually, I think, was trying. He did a little stop and go. Mackey
for
was
balance,
trying to stop him, yeah. Uh-oh.
Fed in the middle. Worthy double team.
Backline's got to communicate a little bit better. We got some new faces back there. Pulaski, nice job checking back. And Pizzone wins it out of bounds. It will be an Indians throw. A little bit too close for comfort back there, but no attempts on goal or anything.
When you see these guys wide open around the goal line, they start worrying.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just think, again, it is so one of the most underrated parts of soccer is the communication on your back four or back three, depending on what structure you're playing. And when those names and faces keep changing, it is really difficult to establish continuity. This is Belak.
Works through a triple team.
Great work from Jimmy. Jimmy is not shying away from contact or traffic so far.
Change of field, open it up. Mackey gave it back to the to the Indians. And the ball headed out of bounds off of Peters, and it'll be a deep throw by Stephen Mackey.
And out of bounds, Peters' throw. Went straight down the line, couldn't quite keep it in.
Walsh wins the ball. Out of bounds. Ball chipped over the top, headed out by Worthy.
Genter on the steal. He's looking up. Got Poljack. And Genter kicks it off Peters for a safe clear throw. Good effort from Garrett Genter. Bielak tried to chip it over the defender and chase it down, but couldn't quite get there. And Peters will steal and try to counter. Hast is there. Slows him up. Nice little stop and go move. Uh-oh, they got a man up the wing here.
Partika coming down the back door.
Going to be another corner kick. Walsh was back in good position, but just harmlessly shot across off him for another Indian corner kick.
Yeah.
Their second.
Phil Ross was going down the wing, had the chance to chip it back. Partika was on the back door. And it'll be, again, a corner kick by Venanzi. Nice service headed out by Walsh. Going to go out of bounds. Deep throw. Peters Township. Partika chips it back. Service in. Cleared by Mackey. Chipped up with the left foot. And Ortenzo gathered at the side corner of the box.
One thing I think is noticeable so far is the Panthers have not subbed. They usually sub very frequently. We've not seen one yet. Poljack working hard. Peters gets ahead on it. Genter steps in. Matthew Hash touches nicely out. Pulaski has it. Touches back. Worthy falls.
Off the crossbar. Nice take.
Well, that's a great strike by Shearer, the captain. Ortenzo was out to cut off the angle. He had him dead to rights over him and it hit the top of the crossbar. That was a beautiful strike by Shearer. Just off another little bit of a miscommunication. Pulaski trying to go backwards.
Shearer heads it past the far post. Wide open net again. Two chances. Shearer.
Boy, the man in the 7 jersey right now, the senior captain for Peters, making things happen. Panthers have got to tighten up the back line, but more importantly, they got to get a little possession going to because the tide
counteract
has
this.
shifted. Yes.
Field shifted halfway. Worthy. One-on-one. Poljack touches inside to Matthew Hast. Pizzone battles through Poljack. A lot of mighty mites here. A lot of small guys in the lineup here. Pizzone, Pulaski, Poljack, and Genter. Usually we're used to bigger size.
Yeah, we have had a lot of size this year, but some faces missing, and so Schrott and Burdett on the back line. Hast wins this cleanly despite a little bit of a high boot. Nice little ball. Pizzone has it. He's got a little room.
Nice ball to Genter.
He
yes.
Gets it to him. Boy, that could have been a foul.
Another shoulder down. How could some of the calls that were made? Long ball over the top of Mackey. Goes out of bounds.
Steve Mackey triggers in. This is Hast trying to turn. Peters controls. Uh-oh. Ball's touched. It's Shearer. He's on. Crossing over. He gets it. Touch middle. And Walsh back through and kicks it away.
There was a lot of clutch and grab going on there for Shearer. Shearer battled through it, had a chance again.
Yeah, Stephen Mackey struggled a little bit in the right outside back spot. In his defense, he has not played much there. He's more by a midfielder by trade, at least this season, and so he's got a really tough assignment in Shearer.
Venanzi over the top, headed in the net. Shearer again?
I think so.
Yeah.
So Peters gets one off a set piece. They were playing with fire. The Panthers were with way too much possession in the Peters end.
And again, halfway through the first half, 21 minutes left. Peters Township draws first blood, 1-0 on a set play from the corner.
This is the first time the Panthers have been behind all year, I believe. Is that correct?
I would have to say yes.
Well, let's see how they respond. Obviously, you need to learn to play with adversity at some point. This will be their first little taste of it. Still got a lot of time left in this game. 21 minutes to go in the first half.
Mackey, Suplowski, back to Mackey. Mark Mackey looks inside for Jesse Poljak. Mike Worthy traps the ball down. Inside, give and go to zone. Worthy works through the double team. Slide tackle from the outside. Ball chipped over the top. Shearer going to race Matthew Hast. Hast has to take a defensive kick out.
Hast with a good read there. He saw Mike Worthy cheating up, sort of trying to start a counterattack, and so he slid back into that central defensive spot. That's a good, savvy play by senior Matthew Hast.
John Gertunk on the sidelines here. Probably going to sub in for Jesse Poljak.
Now he's getting Garrett Genter,
Oh,
actually.
Genter's going into midfield position. Subs haven't been changed yet. Peters tried a quick start. So Gertunk in the midfield on the outside. Genter's been having trouble with an ankle injury. Worthy and Haas go up. Ball comes down to Belak and sent out by Stephen Mackey over the top. Peters Township finds a runner again. Big shot. Wins it. Oh,
Nice
saved by Jonathan Walsh at the last second off a rebound off the goalkeeper Otenzo. Big shot coming down the sidelines by Peters.
I mean, the marking there, you just can't have him. He came in wide open. Otenzo came out off his line a little bit and got a piece of it, but that ball was absolutely going across the line. Had Jonathan Walsh not saved the day and cleared it away, but we're not out of the woods yet. It's a Peters corner, and right now Peters is absolutely controlling the play.
Venanzi over the top. Headed up by Walsh. Partika called, taking out the goalkeeper.
He actually took out two guys directly.
Yeah.
He went just sort of on a straight line towards goal.
Well, that was again last year. That was the play that they got a
Absolutely.
goal
That's how
on.
they won.
Yeah. Okay, Worthy will take the kick. Sends out over the top to midfield on the Panther head. Peters again gains control. In the middle, Hast on chase. Gertunk on the outside. Marks a man. Takes the shot. Ball goes wide. Mackey shields. Ball out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick. We'll see who takes the goal kicks here for Tenzo. Looks like Mike Worthy's going to be the man.
Yeah, he's been doing it. It's just been odd in terms of, soccer's a weird sport that way, but sometimes it's really difficult when you lose momentum to get it back. The Panthers have got to find a way to get back to playing their game, a possession game.
Worthy to the 40. Ball out of bounds off of Pizzone trying to help it out.
Starts by winning those balls in the midfield, which they're not doing as consistently as they have this year. Nice job. That was good work by Pulaski. Now back to him in tight quarters.
Again, like we said before, Peters knows how to use those sidelines as an extra defender out there. They just
really
smother you.
Well, I mean, they play with excellent pace and excellent pressure, and you've got to be quick in your 1-2s and your passing. And this is an interesting stuff. I kind of thought this was going to come. If there's one guy who can give you some energy, maybe it's this guy. It's McCurry, and he coming in up front. So hopefully Rob McCurry can give the Panthers a little bit of spark in the front line. One thing you know you're going to get out of him is effort, and he might help you win some of those balls.
Okay, off the Panthers, Peters Township will take the throw at the 40-yard line. Cheating in, takes a run, makes it to the 25. Stephen Mackey heads it out. Jimmy Belak working hard. Finds McCurry.
Right idea, but Gertunka couldn't quite link up there, couldn't quite get there. But it's a little bit better in terms of finding their target guy, controlling the ball, and then trying to work off, and that's what the Panthers got to do.
This afternoon game for the spectators is nice because the temperature is good, but on the field, these guys are sweating pretty hard.
Yeah, it's probably hot because of the sun. The temperature is about perfect for soccer, but it's a pretty bright sun. Panthers having a little trouble with their footing today. Good pressure. This is Mark Mackey.
Steps inside on Mackey.
Right to Belak. Jimmy gets it now.
Pizzone active. Again, Peters Township has shrunk this field to half. Defense hasn't been threatened. Ulrich's back here like the Maytag repairman. Asking for the referee rotation for some change of calls here from the Indians bench. Mackey goes into the wind, dies.
And Peters again controls on the counter. Panthers press numbers forward, but
Partika
couldn't
goes
get it.
side. Worthy gets good position, drug
Gets
down. No call. Referee shakes his head. Worthy was shielding, so the ball was going to go out of bounds, but he got a good arm tackle.
It is sort of irrelevant, but that is a foul.
Okay, John Walsh is going to take this kick. We're auditioning goal kickers here. Low liner.
That's not the one you wanted.
Worthy runs through, tackled. Who's going to get this foul now? Because the guy on the field, he got a bloody mouth or nose out of that deal. Was kind of going down. Worthy got a piece of him and I think caught him with the elbow or the hand.
Yeah, Mikey had his back turned a little bit, and when you do that, when you turn your body, sometimes, yeah, your elbow sort of trails behind.
Yeah. A lot of discussion coming from Coach Dyer on the bench, the referee. Man injured. 15 minutes left in the first half. 1-0 on a goal by Shear. Peters Township 1, Panthers 0. Okay, we're back in. Injured player comes off, looked like a bloody nose out of the deal. And we'll see what the call is.
I believe they said it was going to be a drop ball. The collision was sort of mutual. Mikey left his feet, which is why I thought the Panthers would get the call. The Peters bench was pleading for a card, which I don't feel was at all warranted. But
okay, drop ball at the 25-yard line. Matthew Hass will take it against Shear. Bobby Dyer still talking it up with the referee.
Yeah, but half the assistants were over having a conversation too. The whole Dyer family.
Okay, time will come in. 15 minutes left in this first half. Peters Township up 1-0 on a header by Shear.
Now the break may be a good thing for
Matthew
the
Hass wins the ball.
I'm hoping the break will be a good thing for the Panthers in terms of switching momentum. Peters controls, they touch out wide. Ball in middle. Worthy off his chest. Walsh a bit of a miss hit, but he got it out of trouble, unfortunately.
And it's a corner.
Unfortunately, a corner kick for Peters once again. It's about 4 or 5 corner kicks to nothing here for the Panthers, and frankly, Panthers have not been able to generate any offense.
Nice service. Ball goes in. McCurry helps it out. Ball trapped down. Matthew Hass feeds up forward. Genter back in the game. Ball goes out of bounds. Again, Panthers trapped in their own zone here.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like you were going to get a good counter opportunity. Could not quite connect.
Mackey steps in. Matthew Hass between the hash marks. Good pace by the Indians. I tell you, they're moving the ball well.
Absolutely are. And they're linking up on their passes a lot more than the Panthers are right now.
Partika down low on the throw. That was the man. Nice play by Mackey to win the ball. Goes out of bounds. Again, different play there. Instead of going long into the box, they're looking for Partika. Headed up by Walsh. Genter over his head. Still in a dangerous position. Matthew Haas comes through, makes the block. Tough hit.
He looks like he's shaking
Haas
up a
down.
bit. I think it might be a wind thing.
Holding the ball, holding the throw. Matthew Haas getting his breath back. Yeah, he probably caught it in the side.
And we're playing.
Long throw. Shearer on the header. Ortenzo gathers it. This could be a war of attrition here the way we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it has been a very physical game as you expected. Good solid punt. Kurtunka can't quite win, and here comes Peters again. And touches through, and they got some room here. Peters touches wide. Looking for the cross.
Shearer again, traps it down, puts a shot.
And it's
deflected. Corner kick.
I mean, the Panthers had 3 guys back. Peters only with 1. Nobody seemed to be directly marking the man, and as a result, he got a head on and turned and got a fairly clean look. Although it was deflected, they did a good job of recovering.
Okay, Venanzi will take this corner kick again. This is where they scored the last time on a set play. 12 minutes. Nice line drive. Again, headed out. Saved by Dom Pizzone on the post.
Well, we've talked about this. There's a reason you keep a defensive player on the near side post in corner kick situations. You do it for that very reason. The goalie's out trying to
on the cross. Ortenzo was coming out, tried to make a dive, and headed in.
So not only does Peters have the only goal, but they've had 2 cleared right off the goal line.
The audition at goal kicker still continues. Stephen Mackey took that one.
It had already crossed the line before Peters touched it. It will be a Peters Township throw.
Ball out of bounds off of Peters Township. Partika comes in. Mackey,
Good
run
ball.
off the play by Shearer. Robert McCurry tries to go up.
Yeah, guy got
and
his elbow
wins.
Up.
Set piece between the hash marks here.
That's actually the correct call, by the way. Robert McCurry went straight up in the air, and when you jump straight up, if there's contact from somebody's arm or elbow, that is an actual foul. That's the right call.
So it'll be interesting here whether Worthy or Mackey is going to take this from the back. Worthy setting it up at the 27 on the football field, 37 yards out. Ulrich in goal. Everybody marking the 18. Worthy looking to see to go to net or not. Targeting far post.
Well, it was a nice ball, very dangerous. Nobody ran onto it, but it was in terms of the area, it's about where you want it.
Yeah, Worthy was looking for help to say what the set play was going to be. Came from the bench, said go to the far post. A little bit of a lob shot out there, trying to run onto it. 10 minutes winding down in the first half. Shearer the goal for the Peters Township Indians, 1-0 Peters. Walsh chased it out of bounds. Deep throw, Peters Township. Other than the one drive by Pulaski around the corner here, we haven't been inside the 30-yard line.
No, absolutely not. It's popped up in the air, but not out. Mackey gets ahead on it, but again out of bounds for a Peters throw. 2 more subs for the Indians.
Belak in for Gertunka.
Yeah, hopefully Jimmy's re-entrance in the game can kickstart some offense here for the Panthers. Jimmy's probably been the most dangerous player early.
Throw in low, fine. Looking for Partika. Oh, man. Garrett Genter runs hard into Stephen Mackey.
And unfortunately, another corner kick. And you just can't keep playing with fire.
Panthers all clustered inside the front of the goal mouth. Bonanzi sends it in. Off a back. Oh, back heel by Partika. Almost had.
No, Hortenzo got it. That was a clever little play.
Yeah, it was right on him.
He's getting held the whole way. This is.
Partika slid behind everybody and tried to back heel it. Worthy looking for runners. Exchanges the field. Finds Mackey on the outside. Pops it up. McCurry chases. Out of bounds. Panthers. Peters Township will take a defensive throw. Never came in. Turnover. Panthers will have a chance here now. Jimmy Belak in the game will take a long throw. See if we can get something like on the 18.
Yeah, got to commit some numbers forward here. And that's exactly what they're doing. Matthew Haas running up once again to be the target guy with his size.
Long throw, big, high. Matthew Haas chases it, hits the turf. And Ulrich gathers the ball in. Ulrich takes a drop kick, cross midfield, going out of bounds. Panthers will turn it around. No shots on goal for the Panthers. Matthew Haas sends it out.
McCurry tried. Ooh, nice shot. He almost beat him. He tried to meg him, I think, and beat him to the corner. He got a Panther throw here.
Genter looks to go to the corner. Pulaski comes from the far side all the way across. Can't get to the ball.
Now Stephen Mackey's going to come all the way to take the throw in from his back outside fullback spot.
Got away with a throw over the shoulder, but we'll take it. Pizzone lines it up. Ulrich off the net, makes the stop.
Well, hey, you might as well. I mean, at this point, he hasn't had a whole lot of action. Might as well try to
test him.
Yeah, absolutely.
6 minutes and winding, 1-0. Peters Township, ball over the top. Shear finds it. Matthew Haas, Shear all the way up over top of him.
So the Panthers will get another free kick.
Jimmy Belak limping off. That was way away from the play. Whatever happened with Jimmy. Left leg looks a little bit twisted. Let's see.
He's not putting a lot of weight on it, which is a little scary. Gertunka back into the game here.
Walsh taking the kick. Sends it over the top nicely. Gertunka tries to chase it down. Genter and Chase. Has to retreat all the way back. Matthew Haas finds Gertunka. Gertunka comes all the way back again. It's the kind of play that the Peters Township Indians like whenever you're sending it back.
Yeah, because they pressure so high.
McCurry can't make the turn.
They touch wide.
Man, that ball stayed on the line.
Walsh turns. Mackey can't keep it in. Here comes Peters. They cut middle. Drop back wide left here. Now cut back middle. Peters making St. Clair do the chasing. Playing, looking for the quick 1-2 outside.
Artika goes outside. Left foot headed in. Matthew Haas sends it up. Shearer wins it. And the ball goes out.
And it will
deflection,
be another corner kick. It was off Jonathan Walsh's head, I believe.
That ball again went straight up in the air. Wind kind of held it in no man's land, and then all of a sudden it came down off the Matthew Haas head. 4 minutes and winding. Bonanzi again. Liner inside. No, it's a goal kick.
Walsh got his head on it, I think.
Lacey was.
Yeah. We got Jesse Poljak checking back in. Now this time he's replacing Sean Pulaski at left outside mid.
Mackey sends across midfield. Out of bounds off of Peters Township. Panthers gain half the field. Everybody tracking back for the Peters Township Indians as the bench exhorts them, stay back.
McCurry touches wide to Genter. Genter wins it. He's going through. Now Genter wide. He's got some speed up the right side. Little stop and go. Could not quite keep the ball in on a cross. It will be a Peters free kick, goal kick. But I will say this. That's the first strong attack we've had up the wing in quite a while, and that's kind of more of the Panther style.
Ulrich taking it from the 6. Everybody track back to midfield, giving him a free chance to send it out. Genter measured it. Mackey sends it through the middle. Lots of Peters Township red shirts chasing to the ball. Matthew Haas steps in, changes the field. McCurry tries to get it to himself. And Pizzone intercepts that play. Matthew Haas tries to find Genter on the outside, a little bit behind him. And Walsh has to clear. It's going out. Peters back in the offensive zone again. Nice crossover. Mackey stands a player up, is going to get the call.
And it is. It's a foul on Stephen Mackey, and it's going to be another. This isn't a corner. This is actually more dangerous based upon the angles. A deep set piece for the Indians here late in the first half, already up 1-0.
2 minutes left. Lacey will take the kick. Or no, I'm sorry. Looks like Murphy. Ball a long way across again. The wind gathered that one in. Matthew Haas works hard, wins the ball. Panthers have to reset. Ball goes out of bounds. Off the touch, another corner.
You know, one thing I've noticed, and the Peters bench is yelling about it a lot, it's second touch, second ball. Once that 50-50 ball is won, you've got to provide secondary support and secondary help, and I think that's what
they're getting. They're getting there. Venanzi again on the side kick here. Looking for the target, man. They got the play set up. Big shift. Partika's off the goalkeeper this time. They got everybody high. Worthy wins. Pizzone sends it out.
Yeah, good job by Don Pizzone. He got a great piece of that with his left.
Gertunka tries to deflect it. On the push, Panthers will get the call and send it out from the 15-yard line. High pressure by Shearer and Partika. Long ball to McCurry. Panthers push Haast up. Tries to flick it back. Trying to get numbers up high.
Good turn by Poljak. Boy, he tried to turn and split him. He couldn't quite get through. It was a good turn.
So the ball goes out of bounds at the end of the first half. 1-0 Peters on a goal by Shearer on a set play from the corner. Panthers versus Peters Township. Panthers again, 1-0 Peters Township leading on a goal by Shearer. We'll set the second half starting lineup. Looks probably pretty familiar from the first half. In goal, Michael Ortenzo. We'll wait till he's set up on the back line. It'll be Mackey. Maybe both Mackey, Stephen Mackey and Mark Mackey. Alex Hayden in the starting lineup at the second half here. We'll see where he comes out at. Panthers were on the short end of the field here, kind of slanted towards their goal. Several set plays and plenty of chances for Peters to take commanding lead on this game. Still 1-0.
Yeah, and that's the good news. The good news is, yeah, they got badly outplayed, and I don't think there's any question about that. But the bottom line is the scoreboard reads 1-0. One break, one spectacular play, one anything, and we're right tied, and it's a new game. And so Panthers have to take heart in that fact and really do a better job of controlling the play, maintaining possession, and winning the 50-50 balls.
So Hortenzo goes back to goal. Stephen Mackey, Jonathan Walsh, Mike Worthy, and Mark Mackey across the back. Matthew Haas, defensive mid, steps up, wins the ball. And Don Pizzone, Alex Hayden, Alex Hayden at the midfield. And it looks like they got Jimmy Belak as the attacking mid.
Good stuff. It's Hayden right in the game. That was probably the best combination of passes in terms of a connection that the Panthers have had all afternoon. Very good start to the half.
Poljack, the other forward up front again. Looks like again Coach Schneider, normally defensive postured. Looks like we're pushing guys up here on the first play of the game.
Here's Belak. Nice little turn by Jimmy.
Left foot wide, way wide.
Yeah, rolled away from his left foot as he tried to turn and fire. It'll be interesting to see. We still have Jonathan Walsh and Stephen Mackey on the back line. It'll be interesting to see as this game progresses and the Panthers, if they still trail, whether they will move some of their better offensive players up into the
attacking
position. Yeah.
Ball goes way out. Starts floating on the wind. Shear, ball following him today. Feathers it through. Partika. Walsh takes it out of trouble. Again, Hortenzo way off the line. Walsh comes across and steals it.
Good break for the Panthers. It hits the corner flag and stays in. Okay, they're going to call it out of bounds. They're going to say he hooked it back in, and the ball, again, if it breaks that plane, it is a throw-in. The zone gets his head on it. Pulaski touches forward. And Pulaski's going to get a foul. He's trying to be aggressive and pressure the ball. Unfortunately, he went through the tackle way too hard, and it will be a Peters Township free kick across midfield.
Yeah, the halftime conversation definitely was to try and keep this team active, get moving, because you got to get back in the game.
Absolutely. When you trail, you got to do a lot of the chasing.
Long ball floats over the top. Hortenzo goes up.
So Hortenzo controls. He will punt it away here. Goes drop kick style.
With the wind, different kicks.
Absolutely. Poljack wins it with his head. Here comes Jesse pressuring. And it's going to win a deep throw for the Panthers.
Panthers deep throw in. Belak will take the long throw.
Looks like they called a foul here on one of the Peters Township Indians, sort of, again, similar to what we just saw with Pulaski following through a little extra in the play. So this is a fairly dangerous set piece for the Panthers to have on the 15 of the football field, and Belak will take it.
He can go to net with this. Chips it. Looks for Haas. Oh, an offside call on Worthy. Worthy was right in front of Matthew Haas. Two white shirts were there, but the ball was there and an offside call.
Wow, Mike Worthy, very, very close in terms of...
That's hard to believe on a set piece, too, when you're breaking with the kick that you can get called on an offside play. You had to be set up that way. Pizzone tries to come under. Mackey works it around, plays it off the defender. It'll be Panthers throw. Inside the Haas to Hayden. Double teamed, into trouble. Out of bounds. Off of Mark Mackey. Ball is going to be a deep throw in for Peters Township Indians.
Yeah, Mackey couldn't quite get that turned around the pressuring Peters Township forward, and so Peters has another throw in fairly deep in Panther territory. Play a little 1-2 back to the thrower. Touch it. They got some space here. Great little possession. Good combination. They're going to go middle here. Hortenzo steps off his line, corrals it in the chest. Thought he was going to go quick restart. Now he's taking his time.
Shear was inside again. Kartika tries to flick it over his head, doesn't. Panthers throw. Pizzone got caught up in traffic on that one.
He's got time here, does Stephen Mackey. He's looking for Belak. Jimmy tries to flick it, can't quite, but here comes Pulaski running onto it. Pizzone touches, it's Belak. Haas steps up. Now Peters controls. Looking for the Switchfields, cannot quite get it out there. Nice ball by Hayden. This is Poljak, dummies it. Peters right there. Out of bounds for another Panther throw.
Stephen Mack, he'll take the throw on the near side. Off of Poljak's head. Still high. Matthew Haas brings it down. Pulaski tries to send outside. Mackey not there for an overlap, trying to play defense. Mark Mackey throws the ball over the top, finds Belak, chips inside. Ball chipped up. Out of bounds off of the Panthers.
Touches wide, little give and go again. They love to go back to the guy who just threw the ball in. That seems to be a strategy. They've done it very effectively. Haas with his head on it. Pulaski trying to control. Now he goes way up in the air. Belak heads, but not the correct direction. Here comes Haas. Haas wins that one with his head. Poljak touching forward, looking for Hayden.
Hayden wins. Touches to himself, no help. Walsh tried to play it off of the man coming down, and it's out of bounds off the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers have done that a couple times, looking for drops and just not there, very out of sync. Trying to touch wide, Pizzone gets his foot on it, but Peters controls again. Mark Mackey steps in, prevents a Peters cross, but it will be another Indians throw-in.
They don't like to go for that long throw, like you're saying. It's a quick drop in.
And then right back to the
Back to service.
Mackey read it that
Yep.
time. Will this stay in?
Ball stays on the line. Jimmy
Nice
Belak
cross.
chips it back. He has green. Has position.
Great ball.
Poljak couldn't get through traffic. Still wins the ball.
Jesse couldn't quite touch that through, but it was a good idea. Boy, Jimmy Belak, a really dangerous run. Had two guys on him and shielded him nicely with that big size.
Defensive play by Indians. Had to send it out of bounds. Panthers set up in the offensive zone.
Mackey tried to nutmeg him, couldn't quite do it. Still has it in. Tried to do it again and got dispossessed. Worthy touches back to him. Now Steven has a little space. Trying to go long ball. Pizzone can't quite run through it. Walsh, now Haas. Haas touches wide. Mark Mackey. Looking for Pulaski to make a run to the corner. And the keeper communicating.
Yep. Ulrich comes out to the top of the box and gathers it in. So, 10 minutes into the second half, Panthers still down 1-0. Peters Township still maintaining control of the ball. Okay, Panthers throwing. Matthew Haas steps in. Hayden does a step back and wins it. They want to keep this forward push.
Well, you have to commit numbers forward, but then you have to have the pace to, keep your running and get back. And right now, Peters is certainly winning in terms of the battle of the amount of running. They've done a great job in that capacity. Hayden runs through it again. Out of bounds, Peters throw. There's Pizzone with a little bit of time and space. Now touches wide. Mike Worthy pushing up a bit. Touches wide, looking for the give and go. Nice little run by Worthy. He's got a little bit of a bad touch, but a good run.
Long ball over the top. It's going to hang up. Partika, a little clip on the ankles on Mackey, and it'll go the other way.
Yeah, you kind of have to call that, even though it really is inadvertent. You can't really run up the guy's leg there because it creates a bad situation. I like that little give and go, though. Michael Worthy pressing forward, knows that, hey, you're behind in this game. You got to do some things to create numbers. They're looking for Belak on that target. The wind is blowing, as we talked about, left to right, and so it's kind of sailing over his head a lot. But really, there's nobody for him to flick the ball to either.
We're getting caught in traffic a lot. Again, they put numbers on the sidelines between the hash marks and the end line.
Well, the way you cause traffic is to be very active, and Peters is very active. This is Mackey.
Oh, man, what a takedown, yep.
So it will be another Panther free kick here. About the 45 of the football field, and
foul at the 50 doesn't hurt him.
No, I mean, you can only put this, so far, and frankly, the Panthers haven't won many of these balls that have kind of fallen towards the box. Mackey goes hard and direct, but unfortunately didn't get it across the field, and it goes harmlessly to the Peters Township goalkeeper for a little punt here.
Ball gets hung up.
Haas gets his head on it, but again, Peters getting that second ball.
That was, again, a tough one to measure. It started coming out like it was going to go far, and then the wind just kind of held it up and dropped it straight down.
Little 1-2. Belak
nice.
With a great little back flick. And Pulaski runs through. It'll be a Panther throw. Jimmy Belak, he's such a creative player that they were not anticipating that nice little just back heel to Pulaski running down the wing. We got a Panther sub here.
Genter in.
Checking back in the game at his right outside midfield spot, replacing Alex Hayden. Did a fairly nice job in his time in the game. Polejack can't quite control. Peters clears it away, so Panthers will throw it right back in. Mackey to Belak. Belak tries to turn, got three guys on him.
Belak called for the foul.
Well, it's tough. He's trying to get to the ball, but there are three guys on him. There's no real direct way to get there.
Long ball. Pushed out of bounds. Mackey will take the deep throw.
And it's the Indians again with a throw.
Strange throw.
Yeah, they're having trouble with the wind in terms of judging where the ball is going to come. Got time wide, touches it through.
Marsani turns. Ball chipped up into the sun. It's in the net on a deflection. Ball goes up. Keeper lost it. And everybody was looking for the ball. I'm just trying to even figure out if Arsani came in with that.
I truly have no idea. Somebody toe poked it, but
everybody's. Yeah, Bonanzi, 18. He came out of nowhere.
I mean, legitimately, the ball bounced and was just sitting up there in the box. Michael Ortenzo looks like he lost it in the sun, I think. He was shading his eyes, and a couple of Panther defenders were just standing. And that goal sort of the inexcusable variety because it didn't take anything, of skill on the other team's part. It just was loose for way too long in their own box. And now the Panthers are facing a big uphill climb and a 2-0 deficit.
27 minutes left in the second half. Panthers have to really go hard on the offensive side of the field, down 2-0 to the Peters Township Indians. Ulrich comes out. No challenge. Ball goes up in the air again, long over the 40. Pizzone tries to bring it down.
Mackey does a nice job of stopping that rush down the wing.
Matthew Haas gathers it on the 30, drops back to Mark Mackey. Behind Pizzone. Walsh working hard. Matthew Haas makes the touch. On the hold.
That's a bit of a dive. I mean, he controlled the ball and his hand sort of went forward and he just sort of fell.
That's amazing. What an amazing call there for a free kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you get called for a foul when you're possessing the ball at your feet, but.
From the 30, free kick going in. Peters Township will take it. Chips over the top. Held in, Matthew Hast.
Still loose.
Ball's empty in there. Gonna let it go out of bounds. Looking for a throw. Peters does get the call. Short drop. Shearer bumped by Pizzone. Ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be another throw. Still looking for that short throw down to the ground for a service. Getting into the traffic. Belak clears the ball hard out. Jesse Poljak works hard. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be, oh my goodness, the referee close to us gave it to St. Clair, and the center referee goes the other way.
Well, they're barking. The Peters bench is barking a lot.
They're going to call a foul.
Yeah, they're barking a lot. And they're
winning the calls. Yep. From the 45, Peters puts it into play. Oh, Shearer was tracking back behind everybody. Off ahead, Ortenzo grabs it.
Yeah, skimmed off the back of Steve Mackey's head, unfortunately right to the goalie.
Drop kick over midfield. Jonathan Walsh pushes up. So we push Walsh up into a midfield position. Going with Worthy, Mackey, and Mackey on the back. Mike Worthy frustrated a little bit, but does get the call.
Yeah, he was absolutely frustrated because he was getting sort of held for about a 5-yard space there, and so. Mike, he's a competitive kid. I know from coaching him all these years, and he does not take this type of thing well.
From the midfield, Mike Worthy will set it into play. Feeds it over the top.
It's down.
Looking for Hast. Comes out of there with it. Feeds it to Pulaski inside. It'll be a corner. Finally, the Panthers get an offensive chance.
Yeah, it was a good free kick from Mike Worthy. A lot of space. The ball was loose. Matthew Haas did a nice job of not just booting it right into 8 defenders and not creating an attack, but pushing it out wide to Pulaski and changing the attack. And as a result, the Panthers get a corner.
Pulaski sends it inside. Haas.
It's Belak.
Heads it over the goalpost.
Jimmy did a good job getting a position there. It was not a bad ball. He headed it over the goalpost, but a fairly dangerous attack for the Panthers.
Robert McCurry comes in, and Jesse Poljak tracks out. Ulrich takes the 6. Well, Shearer being out of the game helps us here for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. The zone running through it.
See if the Panthers can change the momentum here real quick.
Mackey stumbles, does get it forward. Sort of a miss hit by the Peters fullback. Pulaski.
Trying to get position, yeah.
Trying to carve out space.
He did. That's that hockey mentality. He got it.
Nice little crossover. He's going to go back across.
Walsh inside. Hung up. Ulrich comes out and smothers it. Oh, man. Jonathan Walsh's legs were tied up by the defender.
Yeah, I couldn't tell whether he was getting held or it was just sort of an inadvertent contact, but Walsh could not get through. He still got a toe poke on it. Peters' goalie was in good position, but we're starting to see a little bit of danger from the Panthers, and that's a good sign.
Worthy measures it. Pulaski, a lot of activity, working hard over there still.
We should mention that the Panthers have pushed Jonathan Walsh up to a more offensive role, which was something we kind of were calling for at halftime because Jonathan Walsh is one of the more creative players up front.
Kind of looks like 3 defenders, like I said, in the back now. Worthy and the 2 Mackey brothers.
Absolutely. And it's got to be. You're down two goals in soccer is like being down 3 touchdowns. Nice little ball, turning ball wide. Mark Mackey's there, touches it out of bounds. Peters Township throw.
Coach Dyer, again, as long as the attack is in the offensive zone here, he's not feeling any pressure.
No, absolutely. When you have a lead, this is the best thing to do because that's the ball.
Mackey brings it down.
Nice little sell.
Sean Walsh. Oh, overran the ball himself.
Yeah, just a
sent
bad break.
back. Goes high, big bounce. Hortenzo waits on it. Sends a low liner. Stephen Mackey inside. Headed back up. Mark Mackey heads forward into traffic. Matthew Haas works hard, wins it, Pizzone.
Good ball.
Oh, Worthy did have nice, good look. Found Pulaski just a little too far.
The wind's blowing that direction towards that sideline, and ball sort of took off.
A little bit of time there, and Mike Worthy saw the whole field, saw Pulaski going down the wing.
Yeah, just sort of a bad break for the Panthers. I mean, if Pulaski can't catch it, almost nobody can with his speed. And so we're starting to see a little bit better stuff from the Panthers in terms of some connecting passes and actually some danger.
So we're halfway through the second half. 2-0, the visiting Peters Township Indians over the Panthers. Ball was out of bounds. Peters Township will take a defensive throw from the far side of the field. Jimmy Belak drops the ball back. Matthew Haas changed the field. Mackey has room to look. Time for a service. Plays it off a defender.
Yeah, it's great effort from Peters checking back to interrupt that cross. Poljak checking back in the game here for Dom Pizzone.
Gertunka gimping around on the sidelines too, so even some of these guys, the second line is definitely hurting just as well as the first line.
Curry
Ball.
touches back to Poljak. It's loose for Belak. Oh, he can't. Boy, it bounced just a little bit on him. Boy, Belak was loose there. The problem sometimes of playing on the turf is that ball, that first hop takes a relatively big hop, and it is really tough to half volley a ball with your left foot, and he couldn't quite catch it before it got too high. Again, though, some better stuff from the Panthers. There's some good ball movement, shifted from the right side of the field to the left, found their big gun. Jimmy's going to knock that home if they give him another chance.
Ulrich takes it from the 6. Matthew Haas, ball off his head outside. Indians gain 50 yards.
Yeah, Panthers got to do a better job of being on that second touch like we talked about. Matthew Haas is winning the majority of these balls with his head. But the Panthers got to get off of him, give him a little target in terms of when he heads it, get that next touch. That's where the Peters Township Indians have gained possession and kept possession the whole night.
So the Indians will put it into play at the 40-yard line. Inside, Pulaski still active, makes the turn, tries to find Walsh on the run. Traps it in. Shielded, ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick. Walsh showing a lot of activity up high.
They go long. Has to get with his head. The battle. Mackey can't quite keep it in. It was a good battle over there on the right wing, but he just couldn't quite keep it in.
Okay, the change now that coming off the bench is Matthew Haas drops to the middle defensive position between the 2 Mackeys, and Worthy's pushing up.
Nice touch from Worthy. This is Poljak. He's in Pizzone's midfield spot. Nice job by Jesse to kind of creep it through those 2 guys. Looking for Belak. He tried to back heel it up with his foot. Wow.
Oh!
Robert
McCurry went up high,
Holy moly.
came back down on his neck, on his back.
Rob's going to try to get, you just know him. He's going to try to get up. That's, what you saw there is vintage Rob McCurry. That is just one of the most aggressive, tough kids around. Look, he will not come out of this game. Watch him.
That was a serious hit. Went up in the air.
He's telling Trainer John to go back to the sideline. He said he's fine.
Yep. Play stop, substitution happens. Robert McCurry hustling back, got, upended. He was up in the air and he got flipped pretty good.
I mean, if you had a team of 11 Rob McCurrys, you'd do fine because the kid plays with so much effort and spirit. Genter looking for a little give and go with Pizzone. And Poljak goes wide.
Genter forward. Belak tries to track in, has freedom.
And it's going to be, looks like a throw as opposed to a corner.
Peters is asking for a throw, but Pulaski's lining up for a corner. See if we convince him that way.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
Pulaski. Oh, it's a dangerous ball.
And Worthy right on the keeper. That was a great quick start. Pulaski did it before everybody was set on defense, and Worthy snuck in there.
He was completely unmarked. He just, I think he didn't know where he was in the field. He got a great piece of the ball. It just happened to be right to the goalie.
Ball checks inside. Partika. Matthew Haas playing a defensive position. Steps up.
Yeah, Matthew Haas from stopper to sweeper, essentially in colloquial terms. Poljak running through. Good hustle from Jesse. It's Worthy. Out of bounds off Genter. Peters throw.
Ball goes out of bounds off the Panthers.
Mackey steps through and touched it, but Peters wins it again. They go up high towards the corner.
Shear comes off the bench after a break. Now we'll see what he does up top.
Belak touched it, looking for the little flick over. He is
Wins
through.
it.
Jimmy just has so much attention every time he touches the ball. It is really difficult with the numbers they're committing to him.
7
Mackey,
on
nice
7.
turn.
Shear on Mackey. Finds Walsh off the flick.
Good effort by Jonathan Walsh, flicking it to himself and then running through it. Genter, Walsh, can't quite keep it in. Peters Township throw.
Worthy throws long down the sidelines. Walsh works his way in. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's a corner for the Panthers. Chance for everybody to track up. There's only one man high, and it's Shear, so we should be able to put numbers forward. Or not even Shear, it's Genter, liner, flicked out by the Indians. Belak tries working through two guys.
Complaining that he got obstructed. The second guy didn't really.
Hortenzo way out of the box here.
Hortenzo now touches. This is Mark Mackey touching a Pizzone.
No forward pressure from the Indians right now. They're just playing these last 13 minutes in their box.
Now what you can do with the 2-goal lead. 1-goal lead, you don't want to try it. Worthy. It's Walsh. It's through. Here's Garrett Genter.
Oh,
boy,
almost a deflection. Genter cut that ball back, and they thought it was going to go out of bounds, and he hit that defender coming back for a corner.
I'll tell you what, Mike Worthy's played some really nice balls on the ground, some through balls that have gotten through and created 2 dangerous opportunities here in the last 5 minutes. So it will be Garrett Genter. And he's going to go again.
12 minutes and counting. 2-0. Panthers on the short end of the score. Genter takes the kick. Feeds high. Headed back by Belak. Pulaski tries to get some traffic in front of Ulrich, and Ulrich brings it down.
Yeah, very stout, going up and getting it at a ties point in. Peters controls here. Go for the drop kick here, deep. Straight up in the air.
Mackey does the challenge, wins the ball. Shearer comes down with it, though.
Little 1-2, here's Hortenzo. No pressure at all. Again, Peters is sort of content to be in their defensive posture with the 2-goal lead. Pulaski can't get his head on. Here's Belak. Jimmy turns, touches to Worthy. Worthy trying to go a little 1-2 with Pulaski. Through to the keeper. Every time the keeper can touch it when you got a big lead like this.
He's going to waste time back
Absolutely.
there. 11 minutes, the clock working in the favor of the Peters Township Indians.
Miss hit on the punt. Belak heads it, can't keep it in. Pulaski will not get there. Will be a Peters Township throw.
Alex Hayden coming up for substitution. He's going to have to wait for the next stoppage of play. 10 minutes unwinding. Again, we'll see substitutes coming off of this Peters Township bench again to start stalling the time.
Pizzone wins it. Jimmy, nice ball forward. Here's Pulaski. He's going to run onto it with that speed.
Got around the corner. Corner kick for the Panthers.
No, I think it's a goal. I think the Peters, the defender, jumped over the ball. Hayden will check back in for Genter. Worthy with his head.
Oh, he's
nice
in.
Ball. Haas does a nice job of shielding. Hortenzo out to snag it. Mackey didn't see the pressure behind him. He's still going. Walsh has it. Walsh trying to turn.
Oh, it stayed there. Kept in.
Nice job keeping it back in, but here's Worthy. Nice trap. He has some room here.
Oh, Mackey got clipped. Everybody's talking all ball, but it was a hip check as he went right by the guy.
Yeah, I mean, he was right on the ball originally, but maybe on the follow-through.
Again, they went bodies down low. Matthew Hast. Oh,
yeah, a little far, unfortunately, Mike. He got too much of that.
Straight to the keeper. Not enough traffic. 8 minutes unwinding. Panthers 2 down. Worthy left-footed, pops it up, goes out of bounds. Tough off the volley of the midfield there. Peters taking their time, exchanging guys. They'll know how to milk this clock at the end.
Nice little toe poke, finding Shearer. He won't be able to keep it in, but he did waste some time, and Panthers will trigger back in here.
Genter on the sub. Pizzone goes off the other side to keep this clock, salvage him some time here. Bobby Dyer thought we had 12 out there. He's screaming, but Genter went off on Pizzone went off on the far side. Worthy checks back. Jesse Poljak. Ball gets around. Partika goes down in the corner, takes the dive. Wins the ball again. Matthew Haas comes out of it. Genter battling. Jersey pull.
And it's going to be a Peters Township free kick.
Right at the corner of the box. They let a little bit go there in the corner, but then when the jersey got jerked, it was enough.
Yeah, you can't make it that obvious, unfortunately.
They moved the position out there to get a better angle. That call was
right.
way over on the corner.
Yeah, it was closer to the 1 to the 10.
Yeah. Better angle. Army of guys by the ball. Who's going to take it? Shearer on the outside of the wall, deflected off the wall, and Hortenzo gathers it in.
That's what I'd like to see more of, the quicker restart. That may not have been the best situation for it, but you need to see that when you're behind. Hayden touches middle here. Now Poljak touches wide. Can Genter get there? Garrett will not get there. That's been kind of the story of the day, of not been able to link up on those passes to spring counterattacks.
6 minutes left and counting. 2-0 Peters Township over the Panthers. Haas goes up, called on the foul. Peters Township taking their good old time again. That ball's gone back and forth three times now, and nobody's still setting it up. Knowing the situation is tough here. From the 40. Big feed in. Barsani, just like a corner kick, sends it in. Haas goes up, plays it off his back. Shearer drops it. Works his way between two. Matthew Haas sends it out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in right at the flag. Phil Ross drops in short. Tried to dummy the ball. Hortenzo comes down the line and gathers it in. Big high punt. Belak finds Walsh all by himself right on the keeper. Nothing like point blank on time. Would have been nice. 4.5 minutes left. Panthers had a big chance there on a quick strike.
You can't let it. I mean, the Panthers. They've definitely gotten outplayed, but they've had 2 or 3 chances this half where they just haven't been guarded and haven't converted. You got to convert those against good teams. You really do.
Mark Mackey sends inside, intercepted by, and going down midfield by the Indians. Defense tracks back.
Belak touches. This is Pulaski.
Hayden comes in, plays it off the defender. Poljak nailed by the guy coming through. He's going to get a card. Clock's going to stop at 3:40.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be a booking. That was real late. And it's going to be a yellow.
So Wyrick will get the yellow card, goes off for 5 minutes. 3:40, we won't see him the rest of the game, subbed in by Sikowski.
I don't know why the officials engage them in conversation.
Again,
there's no need to do that.
3 minutes, 40 seconds left. Panthers down 2-0. Free kick from the 30-yard line. Mike Worthy going to take it. Goes inside. Genter does a little flick. Pulaski goes up. They call him on the shoulder. Ulrich is coming all the way up to take the kick at the 25-yard line. Sends it long. Haas brings it down. Hayden again, shouldered on that play. Oh my goodness. Hayden goes up for the ball, gets a shoulder, and loses the call.
Yeah, he ran through the ball there. I mean, you know, those 50-50 balls, you don't really like to see it called.
Anything,
Sometimes
yeah.
when there's a hard collision, you're going to get it. Alex Hayden did exactly what he should have done there. He really didn't have much of another option.
From the 35, Orsani taking his good old time. 2.5 minutes left in the game. 2-0 Peters Township. Ball sent outside. Partika misses it. Mike Ortenzo to the 30-yard line. Panthers had to work it out of their defensive side of the field. Worthy bumped after the play. Walsh flicks the ball up high. Hayden has to bring it down. And it goes into the midfield. Genter, big touch, lost the ball. Bonanzi just sends it back down. Has touch back to Ortenzo. Finds Genter out to Worthy. Minute and a half. Panthers working hard to maintain possession. The offensive side finds Hayden on the outside. Can he service it?
He had a chance there.
A lot of traffic in the middle. Over top of Belak.
And it's going to be on Belak. He didn't really go aggressively towards the ball, and so it looked like an undercut when the Peters man went for the ball.
One minute and winding. Ulrich sends it back onto the defensive side of the field. Ball dropped back. Worthy has to chase it down. Yeah, we missed the change here of Worthy dropped back now and Stephen Mackey pushed up.
Here's Pulaski. He turns.
Looks for Walsh.
Genter back in. Peter Stout getting ahead on it. It's Genter again as time ticks down.
Panthers have 3 men back on 1. They got to make this play. Got to send forward 10 seconds. Peters Township faithful cheering a 2-0 victory against the Panthers, and they take a 1-game lead in the section.